Hello everybody, it is me, some guy Gary. Welcome back to another Marathon Basics, and in this one we have another full contract guide, this time SecGen Parasitism. To begin, we'll have to head to the Outpost map. Alright, and once we're loaded in, let's head to processing. You'll want to make your way for the processing rooftop. The surest way to the rooftop is through the inside here. It's a bit of a nightmare right now. Alright, and once you're on the rooftop, you'll want to take down these two invisible guys here. Alright, here's some UASC combat data. One of them dropped, had to wait out that cascade. And here is the other one. Now that you have those, we have to acquire UESC databank from Pinwheel Base Center. Alright, so it looks like the way up to the Pinwheel Base would be this door here. So we need 2 green access code cards to unlock this terminal. So we're currently on the hunt for that. Would you look at that? There's one here. Alright, and now that we can unlock this door, let's head on in. We have 2 access codes. Alright, and then you gotta hack this terminal real quick. This will remove the barrier. This is also how you access Pinwheel Base. If you've never figured that out yet, you have to unlock that terminal there in processing. Alright, once you got it, head on up. Climbing the ladder is probably safer in this instance. Does notify everyone on the map there that the Pinwheel Base is open, so it's a little dangerous. All right, and then here in the center of Pinwheel Base, you have to eject this data bank. Grab it, and now we got to deliver this to the decon. There are 3 decon locations on the map here. We're going to go for the one down by processing as we're the closest. Okay, so here on the map, on the other side of this little gate, is a decon machine. This has been no sort of a light and easy task, ladies and gentlemen, so prepare your whatever mentally, physically. This was quite friggin' difficult. All right, and thankfully we have a multi-zone contract here. Maybe the first one will be the hardest of the 5. Let's pray. I'm going to head back to Outpost and just loot up in Xville, while obviously keeping an eye out for the items it lists. Alright, so I just wanted to hop on into the vault screen and show you guys some of the items you can pick up while doing Parasitism 2 out of 5. I did a lot of these paradox circuits as well as these fractal circuits. If you hover over the items here, it'll tell you the sources in which they can be found. Fractal circuits can be found here in these sources. Paradox circuits here. I don't know if I have any neural insulations in the step 2 to Xville storage drives, amygdala drives, or predictive frameworks. Predictive frameworks are these superior salvages here. They can be found in these sources. Storage drives and amygdala drives are exactly what you'd think. They look like little storage drives. They can be found here, and these ones can be found here. Once you collect everything you need, you just Xville with it. You can even put them into decon machines around whatever map you're playing. And with that, we'll be on to part 3. All right, and I'm playing on Tuesday, March 17th. It did seem like the required amount of Xfilled salvage went down there in that last contract since I started it last week. But now that we're on to part 3, we have to head to the Dire Marsh. Alright, so I was able to pick one up here, but there was a spark leaf just here on my ping by AI uplink. I'm sure it's not always going to be here, but it is a spawn location. So I was able to also locate a wild spark leaf here on the Dire Marsh. I found it here on my A1 ping. Now we have to head to bioresearch. Alright, and now that we're at bioresearch, you want to head to the 2nd floor. And then we got to make our way to the southwest end of the building. Okay, and then this machine here, you'll want to inject this little spark leaf into it. Close it up. And it's going to spit out the biotic sample. Once we have this, we have to go to quarantine. So we head to the central area here in the quarantine. I'll mark it on the map real quick for you. Right here. Put it in this machine here. And then it ejects this. We inject it, and then we gotta exfil. Back to the greenhouse for me I go. This all has to be done within a single run, so be very safe and careful here.
Remain.
And just like that, we have exfilled. Boy, howdy. This has been one of the most challenging contracts I have completed thus far. So now that we're at step 4 out of 5, we have to head back to everyone's favorite Dire Marsh. All right, now that we're in the Dire Marsh, we have to make our way for maintenance first. So you got to make your way up to the catwalk here, and at the south end of the catwalk, within this building here, is where you will download the research clearance. After we do that, it is time to head for bioresearch. But first, it seems we might be trapped within here. Alright, once these enemies are done, we are safe to make our way to bioresearch. Once you get to bioresearch, you'll want to make your way upstairs, trying to avoid any contact with the robots here. Alright, and once we're up here, we have to extract the synth silk. You gotta pick it up before you run out the window like I did. Now we have to look for a decon. These are the locations here on the map. One here, and one here. We're going to make our way for the greenhouse one as it's closest. All right, and let's just put this sample in the decon. Now that that is done, that should be objective complete. We unfortunately have to go back to Dire Marsh for the final 5 out of 5 step here in Parasitism, so I'll see you there. At the back side of the greenhouse here, near bioresearch, there's a spawn for Sparkly. Grab this, then we gotta make our way into bioresearch. Insert it into here yet again. We gotta go back down to quarantine. Alright, we're heading on into quarantine here. I'm assuming we got to go back into the central area again. We do not. We have to head over to this way this time. Put this into there again. It's on this ping. First floor. Grab the symbiote. And now we have to allow the symbiote to integrate with our shell before we exfil.
Attention all nearby forces. Converge on clean room. Isolate runner hazard. If possible, extract the runner's shell data before reword decomposition.
Now this is quite interesting. It's a very different quest so far. Let me out of here! Run! Holy moly. Now we have to exfil and mission complete. Good God, I hope I don't get shot in the head by a player. Holy crap. What a contract line. Very cool story-wise, but holy moly, was that difficult. Alright, just like that, we have finally completed Parasitism.
Well done indeed.
All right. If you guys have any questions, comments, or concerns, please leave them in the comment section below. I appreciate you guys. Drop a like, check out some more of my videos, and I'll see you in the next one. Thank you so much for watching, and goodbye.